Hello everyone and another welcome to another. Peraí, já comecei. Fechou, vou começar agora do zero. Hello everyone, this is Sasaki and very welcome to another episode of Around the Block. Guys, and as always, I'm here to bring you the latest news in the crypto market. All right. So, guys, you guys all know that last week has been like hectic. So many great news. Bitcoin getting the maximum price of the year. So, it was pretty good. And also Ethereum and all the other cryptos. But that was the last episode. All right. So, this week has been much more quiet, I would say, for the crypto market, and mostly because for all of you who actually study a little bit of technical analysis, you know that after so much of hikes in the price, um, anytime is going to be a pullback. All right, that is natural and that is part of technical analysis. The prices never go up. I wouldn't say never, but hardly the price is going to go up for like 15, 20 days. Sooner or later is going to have a pullback. So with that in mind, I am going to start this episode with a new that brings us at the same time excitement of okay and relief. All right. So the thing is, Ethereum just had a very important update in the network. Uh, Actually, I didn't know the name. To be honest, I was always saying Shanghai update because that's what it is called back in the days. But surprisingly, people gave kind of a nickname for that, and it's called Chapela. All right, I didn't know about it. Just heard about that last week, but basically because there has been two important updates in the network, and the good thing is Ethereum has just hit the highest price in 11 months. Yeah, so it's very important regional price. And to show that, and I know you guys love seeing the chart just like I do, so I'm going to share my vector screen right now so we can together look at that price movement. All right. So let's go. Here I have Ethereum in the tether. Um, and you can see actually my studies here that were showing these important hikes on last week. Right now we have Ethereum just above $2,000. That is a very important price area because, and for those who are using Vector or starting to use Vector, you can very easily create some price levels here on your platform. And by the way, if you are a nerd like me and you want to see the price in the just in the way in the exact point, you can just right click in the price level and click on price level properties. Here you're going to be able to click on position and actually choose the exact position that the price is going to be. So like I said, the 2000 dollars price is a very important area, and here we have. All right. um, it's been very important that Ethereum has already 4 daily candles above that area. It is That means basically that there has been a breakthrough in the resistance area, and this, like I was saying just before, and I'm going to put the weekly chart just to give you guys um, an example of how important is this area. It is the highest price in 11 months. You can see very clearly here with me that Ethereum tried to break through this area um, last year, just in the beginning of August. All right. So here we have, and because the $2,000 is a very important region price, it wasn't able to break through. Right? You can see very clearly. It clearly failed to go any price above this area. For those who are starting with trading, or even for those who already know a little bit, you have to notice that the market, I'm not talking just about crypto here, all right? The prices have memory in the market. So whenever the prices go down to $100, it's going to be an important price. Or when it goes to $1,000, important price again. especially rounded prices are very important. And as an example, not only $2,000, but also $1,000 was a very important price on Ethereum. And you can see here, right? Here we have in this crypto winter that a lot of people were talking about last year. It lasted for like ages. It was just a long time of you know bearish market. It's very important to notice that the Ethereum actually was in this lowest point at pretty much exactly $1,000. All right. And if you take this as an example, you can see here, and I'm actually to put this in a channel here because you all know that the market moves in channels. If you study Down's theory, all right, it's here. So it went all the way from $1,000 to exactly $2,000 and then went down much more and went deep in lowest prices. But now we have a different situation. I would say more like optimistic situation because the weekly candle actually closed above that area. We have these hikes that have been already 4 days, all right, just above. And you guys that watch this every week, you know that I think, and I'm not talking about my ideas here or my opinion. You can search another traders, another professors in crypto and trading and so on. When you have a movement that breaks through an important area, it is very, very important that you look at the financial volume of that candle. All right, it's very important, really. And in this case, it is not different because on this week, exactly in the day, and we have this breakthrough, we had this candle, we had this volume, right? So this is a result of the, let's say, I think it's funny, really, Chapella's update on the Ethereum network because it's basically showing that the update was a success. All right, that's the first point. It was a success. And because of that, a lot of traders, and not only traders, but also long term investors, are buying Ethereum more than they're selling. That is the point. That is why this candle is green. That is why this candle is going up. All right. By the way, we had let's say it together. Um, we had 4.9% on the fourth. Sorry, on the 13th, and we had 4% again the next day. That was it. 8%, a little bit more on 2 days. That means two things. First, like I said, the update was a success, and it was what the community was waiting for was actually achieved. All right, that's the first point. Second point, this means that more and more updates and news on the crypto market are bringing optimistic results for the community of crypto, and people are returning and buying more than before. That is the point. So that is the question I get asked pretty much all every week, I would say, is do you think the crypto market, the crypto winter, by the way, is over? Man, I don't know, like, but it if you take a look at the chart, look, you can see that pretty much what we called crypto winter, which was this. Let me show you something, guys. This was what people called crypto winter. So prices going down so much, and exactly on the beginning of this year, we had this breakthrough. All right, in the channel. So it is very difficult to say whether it is over or not, but it seems like we don't have that bearish movements anymore. By the way, we are having much more bullish a trend in the last days. And to complement that analysis, I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you this. If sometimes you get lost in the candles and you don't know what trend to follow anymore, you don't know what the prices are going, here is a tip. If especially if you're using vector, and by the way, I think the best way is to use it. Um, the best way to do your trading. You can right click, for example, in the moving average. I'm actually here using the 9-day moving average, the 9 period moving average, because I have been using this, uh, since like 5 years ago, but it doesn't mean that it is the best one. You can use whatever you want. For example, 21 moving average is also very good, but you know, you can just right click, you click on insert paint bar, and let's go for 2MV medias. All right. Here is what is going to happen. We have here the what we call crypto inter, right? And to make it easier for you guys, I'm going to make it more visible. So I'm going to again right click, moving average properties, appearance. Let's go to thickness number 5, for example. All right. Now it's clear. Now you can see very clearly. All right. You can see during the year, 2022, when the market was so bearish, the moving average became red. Okay, so it was red the whole year pretty much. And this indicator says when it's red, the trend is bearish. The prices are going down. That's it. You should either don't do anything, but don't buy just because it's going like down so much. Just be careful. It means be careful. All right. Um, and when this indicator become green, that means that probably the trend, the bearish trend, has ended, and we are actually seeing a start of a new trend, which could be, in this case, a bullish trend. Well, if you take this year as an example, the moving average became green on 14th of January. Since then, let me show you something. The price went 60% high. All right. I don't have to say anything more. You can just do research by yourself. You can just use Vector. By the way, you can get a free trial. Just click in the link on the description of this video, and you can see how much of, let's say, good is this indicator. You have to do by yourself, of course, but it is very useful when you're lost and you don't know what trend is becoming, the prices, and what to do anymore. Just use this indicator, moving average, with the 2MV media, and you're gonna have a clear vision of where the prices are going, or at least you're gonna have idea whether the prices are going up or down, or sometimes, let's take an example here. Sometimes um, this indicator is going to become kind of gray, just like this one. All right, just like here. Gray means that the indicator doesn't identify anything. So it could be going up or down. All right, so that in this time you really don't do anything with your trading, or either you don't do anything based on that indicator. All right, that's it. Now carry on to the next news. Is that we had we actually already have this year as a great year for crypto. All right, and there's no way to talk about crypto and the highs and downs without talking about Bitcoin. I started this episode with Ethereum. Now let's go to analysis of Bitcoin. All right, here we have, by the way, if you take my moving average as an example, you can see very clearly that it is still green. But the point is, a lot of people already know that the 30,000 price area is a very important resistance for Bitcoin. All right. And a lot of people were asking themselves, and even asking me on my Instagram account and for our websites and our chats, whether Bitcoin was going to break through the $30,000 or not? Well, of course, nobody has the answer. All right, nobody knows the future, but there is something very interesting that I want to see with you guys. The financial volume because became so much lower, guys, and that is something that it's kind of bothering me a little bit, So let's take an example. On March, when the prices were going up, like, man, we had, like, let's say 40% in 9 days. So the financial volume was much higher. Now things got a little bit lower in final of March, and now we are middle April. The prices are even lower. The financial volume is even lower, and the prices as well. So one thing I would say it is um, our second news is that a lot of specialists are saying that Bitcoin actually can deep down 12% on the prices on the next days. Um, why? Why? Because there has been a lot of spark liquidations, and that brings the market to a state of a little bit of fear. Let's say worry, fear. I don't know if you guys have heard of the indicator that is actually called the Fear and Greed Index. I can show you guys. I think there is no problem to show here in the show, but so you guys can have a idea what that is. I'm going to show you something, but the point is, right now, and by the way, I told you guys about this last week. We should have a little bit more of a cautious moment. All right, here I have. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. All right, here you have. So all of the indicators of the free and greed index are pointing to greed. Okay. uh, I don't know how long you guys have been following us, but we had shows last year when we had so much low levels that it was absolutely feared. All right, but the thing is, now we have 69 as this index says. Yesterday was 68, so things are actually getting better. But let me tell you something. If you haven't heard that phrase from Warren Buffett, I'm going to tell you right now: be careful when everyone is so happy, and be relaxed when everyone is in fear. Something like that. And when I see this, I get more and more cautious. All right, I just pay more attention in my trades. I just become more aware of what's going on and be calm. All right, that's what I want to tell for you guys. It is this for Bitcoin. And to sum up and to bring our last, let's say, last update, you guys know that every episode I always try to bring something, let's say, funny or interesting regarding the crypto market, Web3, DeFi, and so on. And this time, we already have here, I think, 4 episodes talking about Elon Musk, but it doesn't matter. Again, I'm going to talk a little bit about Elon Musk because so much of a, let's say, specific character of this market. Well, the last thing is that he said recently that AIs have the potential to destroy civilization. I think you guys have been following this a little bit, and I have seen quite a few interviews in which Elon Musk, he pretty much says clearly his worries regarding the artificial intelligence. But this time he went a little bit more deep. He actually said about AI in the future destroying the civilization. Um, it it gets in a point where we're having this year chat gpt and all the other technologies having so many great advances, right? So right now anyone in his smartphone can actually access chat gpt, ask anything. By the way, you don't know if the answer is going to be right, but you still get an answer, right? And more people using these technologies, and maybe depending on that, uh, you know some people might lose their jobs in the future for the ChatGPT. I don't know. It's a possibility. And when you have a great mind, let's say, as a businessman, like Elon Musk, saying clearly that AI has a potential to destroy, eliminate civilization, let's say, human workforce, I would be kind of worried a little bit, at least. All right. So I will leave you guys with this last, let's say, fact for the week. And to close up, as I'll always say, guys, this was our episode for this week. It was a little bit shorter, by the way, because we didn't have so many of great things going on. But hope you guys enjoy this episode. And as I'll always say here, guys, always study so much. Don't do anything without analyzing what you're going through. It doesn't matter. It is the crypto market, any market. Doing about trading, you have to be always very, very careful. All right. Always research so much. And like I said, remember Warren Buffett saying, be careful when a lot of people are celebrating, partying, and say that everything is going to be, just good. Just stay careful. All right. So hope to see you guys in the next episode. As always, you can actually get a free trial of Vector. Just click on the description of this video. You can get a free trial to use this platform using the indicators that I showed to you guys. I'm pretty sure you're gonna really enjoy this. And you can comment whether you want to see some specific subject in this show or something that I want to bring. We're gonna bring for you guys the next episode. All right, so guys, stay safe, have a great week, and I see you the next episode.